Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Let's convince Titus he's being manipulated.
Do we or do we want to push harder on some of these other ones first?
Uh, uh, we do have rhetoric bonuses just in case one of them drops it, right?
We have at least one, if not two.
Okay, I found someone who saw the hanging. A witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
My witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Let's just say he's a high-ranking government official, and leave it at that.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
The witness said he saw two people of Aeropagi descent and one Mescu.
Arabagite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
I imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
The witness said it looked like a surreal play.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook.
Enough about the witness.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word. So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable.
Surreal plays in there now.
Okay, I talked to Joyce. The Merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
There's a snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present. Titus did his best, but his men are a bit unsettled.
They're forming some kind of tribunal, and they're coming after you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
Punches the blondie on the shoulder.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody is controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
The Quenelle is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Don't forget, we're listening in on their communications. Their shit is way apart.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
For your sake, I hope they're right.
Right about what?
You're right.
That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? Yeah, I am.
Okay!
What do you mean, okay?
Okay, I'll be on your side when they come.
I don't know if you want to do that, but okay.
Uh,
Aren't you trying to, like, make him feel like he's getting pressured on him? You don't want to help him.
okay, I guess I'll be gunning you right down alongside them.
Yeah.
No, he won't. This is probably some kind of a joke.
Funny. Don't get hit by a straight bullet.
Okay, 97.
Convince Titus he's
Yay!
bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter. But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Klassje. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspapers blow in the wind.
I feel like there's more to this, but that's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis. She...
He gets a hold of himself.
They kill you because they think it's funny.
Sorry about that. They hang you, they shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Look at Kim first.
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean?
Or what? You going to kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Ebrard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
So, who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
She's got one of those checkered pasts. The shot could have missed. Could have been meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I was
So
too
you...
busy doing this clown dance with you.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
What?
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Happened on Sunday night.
Klassje came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
If Klassje didn't kill him, why did the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So, whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the 2 girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Who was this other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The missing 8th Hardy. The missing 8th Hardy. That's the other girl.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klassje you want to talk to.
I'm sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Thank you for your time, Titus. I'll go talk to her. For the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Klassje, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
You would... Man, I just love the muting feature on this microphone. But would you still prefer if we didn't take her away?
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave.
Yeah, let's go talk to Klassje.
Do we want to take care of Joyce first and then come back to it?
Yes,
So we don't forget about her again?
Right. That's a good idea.
Because she's way further out of the way than Klassje is, so... I feel
Brandon, thanks for being my Kim in this scenario.
Don't worry about it. Now, officer, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah,
It
I think it would
seems
be...
like a very dumb idea.
Oh, but dumb how?
Well, you know, you could blow your foot off.
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality?
No.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
The
I fear I've told you
tattoos,
all I know. Is there
no.
anything else I can help? Oh?
It was Everard.
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns.
Oh no.
They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Yes. As you said.
Looks confused for a moment.
Please don't get him in a loop. If he gets in a loop, it will last forever. Ask him to say something else, please.
Of course. Thank you for the advice. I'm glad you're here to assist. Your other dealings with Everard are still of considerable interest to me.
The lieutenant will be more lenient toward...
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Incredible. Simply incredible.
The sad part is he literally will get into a loop, I think, if you do this earlier.
Detecting produced a gun.
Oh! Mr. Everett says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Mr. Alvarez, help me find the gun.
I mean, if I wanted to play this for humor, I would do that for like a solid 2 minutes, being caught in that loop. But, I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
Unimportant.
You're right, Detective. That whole undertaking was very unimportant. Why did we do it?
'Cause it made it more shady, Kim! Shady borscht is better borscht.
It was an act born of sympathy for the working man. I set fire to the fumes of struggle.
Very curious. A very curious thing to do.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does things, man. And then talks about them. Even if it's inappropriate.
A strange equanimity has overtaken the lieutenant. He's just going with the flow now. Easier that way.
What else?
He asked me to open a door.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, I mean a real door to somebody's house.
Oh my. A real door?
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
It was nothing.
Of course. The RCM has the right to inspect any premises. How else would you catch the bad guys? The information was useful, I hope.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal. And it was not for nothing.
He turns to you.
I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
That's all I have to say.
Naturally, Detective. There are lighter topics to gossip about.
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
to a nameless settlement down the coast, nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over the bay.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you miss those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She tosses her head.
Oh no, she's sentimental, all right.
If you say so.
I'm over-radiated, Harry. I do silly things sometimes, out of pale-related illness. Like take this job. The moral of the story is...
So it was a factor in her coming to Martinez in the first place. Interesting.
Do not spend 22 days a year in Pale Transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Everard Clare's mail.
The bony finger is pointed like an arrow at your chest.
Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Everard? Do you think it will improve the place?
She's pointing it quite hard in there. Feels like a knife.
He said he wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Eyes run across the water remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
So you said you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
I would rather talk about something else
Of
for
course,
now, if
Detective.
you don't mind.
You can always drop
That's all
my
for
letter
now.
should-
Oh, that's all we got, I think.
Yes.
Back to Klassje.
Yay!
Back to the Royanye Disco Dancer. Detective, why must we run everywhere? I feel like my heart is going to explode.
Oh, Kim, you just out of shape. That's all.
Says the man who has a drinking problem. I swear, I think he's taking speed on the side.
Kim, let me tell you, I am now completely sober. I have been completely sober for the past 4 days.
Sure you have been. Ooh, do we take a pit stop and take a bath?
Are we ooh.
We got into it before. I don't know if we can take the bath.
Can we wash our hands because they smell?
Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Can we what?
Wash our hands?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
The answer is
clean
no.
shaven face adorned with
We could look. We could see. Try to get to the source of the expression. I do have to put on the hat though, because that's encyclopedia, so we can boost that a little more.
Oh, I thought we needed to wash our hands to get rid of the stench of death.
Well, it's not letting us, so we don't have that option right now.
Huh. That's really interesting that it wouldn't be giving us the option. Maybe because we're wearing gloves?
I don't think so, because we were wearing gloves when we did it.
Right.
Where's my hat?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
So we have a 72% chance to find the source of the expression.
Could we please not do number 2?
Sure.
I would love to keep the expression the entire game.
All right.
Okay, dig deep into your mind and locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past.
Sad. I kind of wanted to get that one because I think that leads to a thought, if I remember right.
Oh. Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
This window is
Nope, can't do anything. Well, wait, can I? Hold on.
This window
looks like it. Yes.
Smooth, following your lead.
Okay, so I can't do anything with it. All right. I was curious since Titus told us about it being replaced if we can do something about it or something new with it. Oops. I can see I forgot to change the name of the game we were playing.
Oops.
Oh well.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Well, at least the stream title has changed.
That one I did do. I forgot to change which game it was specifically.
Oops.
Oh well.
It
happens.
Yeah. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts the coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You lied to us, miss.
I didn't lie. Not a lot. I've done my absolute best not to. It was a mistake. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Cool. I'm satisfied with this explanation.
I feel like we should dig.
Number 2, please.
I am not. There is more here, miss.
You're right. There's more.
There you go.
See?
Kim says no. You need to do it anyway.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. Where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral return?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights the cigarette.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You don't have to continue if you don't want to.
I feel like you're being too soft on this, because I think we need to know what happened. If we're gonna solve this murder. Like, I get being the good cop here, but do we want to know how this happened and who we need to pin it on? Like, who actually did it?
Number 2.
No, I want to. Let's get this done.
The game says, fuck you, we're doing it anyway.
Okay, that... Good,
Tell us
good.
as much as you're comfortable
Good, the game is saying it, not me. That makes me feel better.
You shouldn't.
Gotta man up and deal with this stuff. This is what happens when you gotta figure out a murder. You gotta hurt people's feelings.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then run downstairs.
After a long pause, she just stands there with her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Wait. Hold on.
Holding on.
Maybe that's why she keeps looking over her shoulder. She's paranoid / possibly suicidal, and she's waiting.
If she was suicidal, she wouldn't be on the run.
So maybe she's paranoid about somebody coming for her, and that's why she's always looking over her shoulder.
That much I think is true.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
She looks at it and quickly tosses the butt aside.
I'm sorry this has happened to you.
So am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
I don't know, man.
God.
The electrochem is just... It's succeeding.
God damn it, electrochemistry. Not now. I'm in the middle of something serious here.
Detective, what are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
See, now, if you had just pansied out at the start, right, you probably wouldn't have gotten any of this information.
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
Visual calculus.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground and raises her light brown eyes to meet yours.
Then what
Ruby
did you
went
do it
outside
for?
To talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Oh. Well, number 5 says no. Did you kill Ellie? Because the shot came from somewhere outside, apparently. So number 5 is it dead? No. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
So... What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on the notebook.
The job was Lou's County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalo. Choice 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're cutting out at the end.
Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
You sure there are people who have done so much worse than that?
Number 1, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there
Okay.
are people.
Because the way you
Not
started it
more
wasn't
criminal,
I'm.
But it was bad.
Oh.
People lost their jobs.
Either that or it cut out
Good
your first
people
couple
too,
words.
Not just C-suite. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
She says it quickly, like she said it 100 times. To herself, to get used to the idea, out of guilt.
That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're talking about the Kuno.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then?
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
But maybe it did.
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Takes a drag.
You should have another look at at that window after this.
Okay, that's how we get to it.
Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom? Inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
I think we're done here. For now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Lieutenant glances at you and then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
In God's name, wake up!
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached. You've been breached, bulwark. You've been breached like 1,000 times now. So you say. But give us one example of deceit. Just one example.
Just a proposition. Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational, but more illegal?
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent?
Wait, is that addressing us directly and not the detective?
Maybe?
Because it says you here.
Huh.
I think that's a first.
Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Let's return to this later.
And
well, on
to
the
this
next
stream later too.
On the next episode of Disco Elysium, we will possibly reconstruct the murder.
Reconstruct the scene anyway.
Yeah. So later.
Bye.